were.
For the sisters we became. And the women we're becoming.
Hello.
Hey y'all. Welcome back. I love our colors today.
Yes, we're very spring.
It is giving spring. It is giving spring. It's giving warm girl summer.
Yes.
It's giving get ready, ladies. Do what you need to do. You have approximately 12 weeks. Yes. Y'all can get it together in 12 weeks. You cannot lose 60 pounds in 12 weeks. I feel the need to announce that.
Yes. Because
I think we've all been on the spectrum where we're like, I can lose 100 pounds in 12 weeks.
I've never been that person though.
I have.
I know you have because I literally have looked at you like, okay. All right, sure. I'm like, well, let's start with 10, Esther. And you're like, 50. And I want abs of steel. And I'm like, okay, in 12 weeks, God is good. He split the Red Sea. He can do whatever he wants.
And he sometimes uses certain messages for certain, lessons. So, but those are not the lessons he wants us to take away. And usually if you're losing weight that fast, it's probably unhealthy and it's going to come back with a vengeance.
Love your body, treat it well, but try to see what you can do. I know for a fact, y'all, don't ever look back at old videos of our podcast. I'm like, look at that face, so slim. Everything was just in the right order.
I think everything is still in the right order.
Oh, it is. It only gets better, but it's not, I'm not where I am comfortably with my body. It's not, I think sometimes nowadays with the whole body positivity or body neutrality, the idea of wanting to improve your body is inherently fat phobic. Mm-hmm. And maybe it is, because I don't want to be on my 600-pound life. Do I think I'll ever get there? No. But it is something I don't want for my life, but I also feel like I know when I feel great. I know when I feel great, I think I look great. And when I have that all going on, I'm a nice lady. People like me better. So that's why I'm doing it. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm ugly. Nobody wants me. People's sons be rolling up on me every day.
Come on,
at the gas station.
At the gas station.
And I'm just like, I'm in a vulnerable spot. I can't leave. I'm pumping my gas. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I act deaf.
Oh, I know.
I act deaf. I switch languages.
Oh, for sure. But like, me not speak English, papi. Only in funny.
Yeah. And then they'd be like,
you're like, where'd you learn that from, though? And I'm like, sorry, sir, I do not speak Espanol, okay?
just switch it up.
Just start gaslighting them.
Yo, earnestly, I think of this year, my goal is just to be the badder form of me. So it's not even I have goals. I definitely 100% do, but I'm just not gonna overdo it I do every year, which is just stop eating, period. If I starve from April till July.
Don't starve yourself.
I'm not gonna do that.
I've also noticed, or not that I've noticed, but the term is called body composition, where your body changes based on how often you're working out, how healthy you're eating, and sometimes you might lose 2 or 3 pounds, but you lost fat, build muscle, and you look literally. Me and Margaret the other day were like, your body, I have not lost a pound. I'm like, well, whatever's doing, what it's all migrating to the right places. So I believe that maybe the scale has a number that you're like, But if you're working out, you're drinking your water, you're minding your business, you're eating the foods that you need to be eating, and that includes some ice cream once in a while, you're just fine. And if you look good in a tight mini dress, in a sundress in the summer, who are you harming?
Nobody but somebody's son.
And he's gonna like it.
I'm no, earnestly, I think it's a very, very good thing that, I feel like people just have a healthier mindset towards it.
Yeah.
I also think that we're just in a healthier place.
Yes.
And maybe it might be the generation, because I'm not on the tickety-talks. You know this. I don't know what the Gen Zs are doing or whatever, but I feel like millennials are very much nah, I'm just trying to stay healthy. Yeah.
Just do what I need to do, mind my business, and stay alive.
And as it should be. As it should be. You know what, though? I love how you were I feel good when I look a particular way. I know when I feel good. And that's also a great thing. Because I hate that everybody goes, oh, you're trying to lose weight. Why? I'm like, I don't need to explain this to you. I'm losing weight because this is how I want. It's my body.
Yes.
I didn't know I had to
do it. My body, my choice.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. I'm but particularly, it's funny because I was literally talking to Daniel last week. And and oh my gosh, y'all. Lola had so much to say about that podcast.
Hello, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Thank you for taking over. I appreciate you. And, he was here, so we appreciated you taking this seat. But in the name of Lola, for being the step-in Lola.
Yeah. How did you like him as your step-in Lola?
I loved him when listen, the first time he came around, I'm like, he's talking a whole bunch of nonsense.
Lola's not impressed.
He's off-camera great guy. Who I was cackling on camera. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this man. I don't know where he got this from. I don't know who told him
They had
things,
very different stances.
but wrong. No, but I enjoyed it, and I think you guys had some great chemistry. I think you guys had a lot of like good witty banter, and it was quite enjoyable.
Was it? Because I was like, part of me, don't judge me, y'all. Part of me was like, I hope this makes Lola jealous. Because when I was in South Korea and I was seeing these videos, I was like, these bitches could never do it. I was like, they could never. Just kidding. I love Deja and Margaret, but I was literally like, Lola misses me.
I did miss
I was
you.
like, she misses me. I assure you of
I mean,
this.
but also like, I'm not trying to be rude to Daniel, but that's the same.
It's you can't compete where you can't compare.
Gotcha. No offense to Daniel, you're a great guy, but you can't compete where you don't compare. So how can I be jealous of somebody who like don't got the razzle dazzle, like power up in front of us? You know what I mean?
It's just so the whole time I was like, she's so jealous. I was like, me laugh.
I saw you gripping somebody's biceps, and I said, "Ooh, is this who we are? Is this what we represent?" I said, if y'all don't know this, but Esther is a flirt. She just bats her eyelashes, and she might go, "Oh, my eyes were dry." She's batting her eyelashes.
My eyes are constantly dry.
You're batting your lashes at everybody's son. Not everybody's son, but she really is a flirtatious. She has like that je ne sais quoi. She has that energy, which is wonderful because some people, I'm trying to bottle it up. I'm trying to be more flirtatious.
I'm also trying to bottle it up. I assure you.
Like stop it, like push it down.
I'm trying to bottle it up so I know how to use it the way that y'all think I use it.
Oh, it's wonderful. You do a great job. Back in December, I was seeing somebody, and he was a fine West African chocolate man, and we're just like talking, whatever. He's like, we're talking about like types or whatever. He's like, this is my type. He described me, y'all. You know. And then he was like, what about you? What do you like? Do you like black, white, Hispanic, da da da? And I was like, I like men who are handsome. And I looked him dead in the eyes. I said, I like men who are handsome.
What's the eye contact
I said, Esther would be proud.
I'm like, listen.
That man ate it up.
And he's sitting there like, and I'm sitting there like, step one. Step one. Lower their defenses. I'm like, listen, that's how it gets done.
To strike while the iron is hot. Yes.
Listen, I'm like, that's the way to do it, okay? But I will say, Daniel said something very, very interesting. And he was like, I'm very surprised that, like, low-key, and I was saying the same thing to him. I was like, I'm surprised at the opposite sex. So sometimes we make assumptions that they don't kind of think the same way, right? Like, because I was like, for my summer body, like, I'm trying to be, like, strong. I'm trying to be fit. And he was like, that really surprises me. And I was like, I think that you're good the way you are. And not on some, like, oh, whatever. But he was like, and I was like, I don't think guys ever think about summer bodies. And he was like, they do. He was like, we care a lot. And I was like,
for sure. Have you seen the Avengers? They talk about all these people going through like these metamorphoses of like, Chris Pratt had the dad bod on Parks and Recs, and
now he's a whole different person.
I kind of like the big boy Chris.
Do you?
Listen, Susan said it right. It's cuffing season. Give me a big boy, not a big boy, a big boy. Like, I like a bird.
I like somebody with a little something.
So yeah,
I like to feel cuddled. I like to feel cozy. I like that.
I want to, what was it? I think it was Madagascar. What is it? Lost in Madagascar? What's that movie?
It is. I think it is Lost in Madagascar.
And he's like, Moto likes you. Like, you want a nice burly man,
Okay, I could agree. But I think because
Is it Lost in Madagascar?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Listen, no one gonna fight me in the comments. I wish y'all would. I genuinely wish y'all would. But no,
the movie where Chris Rock is a zebra and Jada Pinkett Smith is a hippo.
She was in the movie?
Yeah, she's a hippo, Gloria. That's Jada Pinkett Smith.
And they was beefing like this whole time? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, very interesting.
You're like, it all makes sense now. This was the villain.
Perhaps this was the origin story.
Yeah.
Wow, the things you don't know, kids.
Yeah.
Read the bios. Read the bios.
Yes.
No, but like he was very surprised, and I
Yes.
was like, I'm surprised that men think about it. And I think we've had this discussion in previous seasons how men, their bodies in general, at least the women populace, it seems that we kind of accept their bodies for what it is. Like when I go to the gym, it's predominantly women. Like even Daniel was like, you know, it was a predominantly women-led class.
Yeah.
And in the gym, there's just a lot more women in there. It seems like. And there are very few men. I think it's because guys know that women will, you know, usually just accept them how they are. And he was like, no, like, guys have real self-esteem issues, rah, 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 rah. And I was sitting there like, oh my God.
Yeah. Also, I've noticed recently that there's like this big trend about like women going to the gym and like recording people like who they think are looking at them. And it's like, I think that's another reason why maybe you won't see a gym full of, like, I think most men gravitate towards a gym that's full of men, and women tend to gravitate to things that are with mostly women just because you feel safer. You don't want, like, someone approaching you or whatever, and, like, it's just been weird. I saw that TikTok not too long ago, and this girl was like, this guy is watching me, and this guy's literally just, like, walking by.
And minding his business. Let me tell you something. I want to believe that 96% of the people in the gym are minding their business.
I've learned that lesson,
You are huffing and puffing so hard on the Stairmaster. Baby, I'm looking at you, but I'm looking past you. I'm looking past the walls of the gym.
I'm looking around.
I'm trying to focus on anything but the level of the actual, of the exercise that I'm doing. Ain't nobody here for y'all.
Well, first of all, I thought people were looking at me, not because I'm like, ooh, they want me. It was more like, ooh, they're like gonna laugh at this girl, like on the Stairmaster, just, you know, huffing and puffing. I busted my ass off the treadmill once or twice. My knee did hurt a lot. And I ran away and I went home. But like that's where my mind went. But I think she was like, oh, look at me. He wants, like, you know, it's just like really weird. Gym etiquette's another video for another time. Because I'm telling you, gym etiquette, people are weird. I've seen people hop off of machines and not wipe them down.
That one's
and I'm like, come back here.
I'm like, we just walked out of a panini. Y'all acting like COVID did not steal 2 years of our youth.
First of all, I don't want your ball sweat all over me, even if there is no COVID.
This is true. This is very true. I hate when I sit down at the sitting machines and you see wetness.
Well, if it's wet because it's wiped down, it's different.
No, but it's not that. You'll see imprints. Like, you'll see
the ass cheeks on it.
Right. I'm like,
I know what you did.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Do better.
Like, you know? Yeah. But he also mentioned something like, you know, women and men in general seem to have general misunderstandings. And then we went into talking about, like, you know, why the dating scene looks the way it is, why we in our respective lives, why it looks that way, or why we think it looks that way. Mm-hmm. And then fundamentally, I walked away with, we walked away with the agreement of, so people know basically why they're single. Okay. And I was like, is that the truth though? Like, do you know why you're single?
I think I do. I think I get really energized about dating, and then I get really winded really quickly, and then I stop. Okay. So I'm like, I want a boyfriend, I want to get married, and then I'm like out there for like a few weeks. I think you guys notice when it
flow with it.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, I'm gonna be outside, I'm gonna look cute. I find one guy, talk to him for like a month or two, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired, I'm done. I'm
done all I could.
And so I think just the act of actively putting yourself out there, for me, is just very tiring. And I also don't think, how do I explain this? I'm not somebody who has like a wall up. I don't think I'm like that type of person, but I'm not somebody who's like, let me tell you my deepest, darkest secrets and all these other things. So it's like, I think it takes me a while to feel comfortable with people, to open up in a certain way that I think you need to have a substantial relationship. Okay. I think we've been friends for like a few years now, and I think these past few years I've told you guys more things about my like childhood that I have never told you guys, like, but it was never like I'm not gonna tell you guys these things. It was just like, oh, that's not something we talk about, and then whatever reason it just came out, and I'm like, oh,
Lola just revealing all her childhood traumas.
Yeah, when I was
and then we'll just sit there like,
oh, I'm like, isn't that funny, guys? And they're like, sure. If funny
is
funny weird, but not funny ha.
No, but you know what though? I'm like, I found that was so interesting. Like, not even, well, I think that it's interesting that you see that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but what steps are you taking, to alleviate that issue is my question. Because if marriage, you seeing a therapist?
I'm talking to God.
Okay.
those are the 2 steps right now.
But you mentioned that like you have like all this energy when it comes to like finding it. Like, do you think that maybe approaching it with, you know, a medium level of energy and not tiring yourself out in the spring and then, you know, going into a long cold winter?
I mean, I could try that, but I think I am a lover girl. Like, I'm, out of the 3 of us in the main...
You are, for sure.
I am the lover girl. Like, I'm like, I want love, and I want to hold hands, and like, I love the idea of love. It's just, I also think I have a lot of responsibilities outside of like myself that I'm like, that takes up a lot of energy too, and I'm like, maybe it's just alleviating my responsibilities over here. Also, I just feel like I haven't met anybody where I'm like, this is my baby. This my man, you know? But then there's also the apps. It's like, I don't know how to make a connection with somebody. Like, sometimes you have witty banter off the rip, but most times you don't. And then I'm just like, oh, I don't want to ghost this person because I didn't give them a chance. But I'm like, I don't want to go. Like, nothing about this conversation is incentivizing me to go out and meet you.
True. You know what it is?
And then you go, and then you're like, oh, I see, I was right. I should have listened to my gut.
You know what? My fear for the apps is, like, first of all, I have witty banter. I feel like I'm a witty banter kind of gal.
You are. You're
so
cute.
I feel
Me
like
too.
No, I know, but like I feel like because of my extroversion, like I feel like a lot of people like I'll just start out and they're like, oh my god, this is going great, and they'll want to date, and I'm like, what happened here? And I'm like, I happened.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I think
you came in fast and hot, and then it
right.
Yeah, I think we have the same issue. It's like it just sizzles quickly, and you're like, I needed you to pick up the flame. I needed you to reignite it.
Yeah, and then also too, like for me, if I'm being honest, the apps are like I've already said this. I've given up on the apps. Like that's not. I know. I know. If there are little things that I know in my life, I know I'm not meeting my man on the apps.
I feel like I've still tried. I'm on there right now. I'm on Hinge, which is supposed to be like the safest of the 2.
Shameless plug. She's on Hinge.
And I had to send this screenshot to Margaret, and this guy wrote, "Your beauty's like a flame. I'm the unsuspecting moth. I can't read this name. Your beauty's like a flame, and I am the unsuspecting moth, destined to be devoured by your heart. I will."
Okay.
I will willingly sacrifice my body to set my soul ablaze. And I said, why would you write this?
I'm like,
I screenshot it and then I swiped left. I was like, I don't want to devour your heart. I don't want your soul to be set ablaze. I want love, but this is not it.
Wow, that was... Well, bravo, sir. Kudos to you.
He said, I will willingly sacrifice my body.
That part had me like...
First of all, you should only willingly sacrifice your body for Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior. Keep me out of that. And I just want part of me was like, I wish I felt that intensely about anybody to write such a thing. And then also part of me is like, no, the fuck I don't. No, I don't.
You know what it is? I feel like that's a try hard. Like, I love this. I love that he had the passion.
I don't.
But I'm like, sir, like, you just wrote a poem. Like, you just slammed me with your poetry.
Yeah. And it was violent. Like, why do I need to devour your heart? Why does your soul need to be set ablaze?
I mean, it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
But I could see someone being like, wow. Like, I don't know, some chick being like, you know the Goofy movie?
Oh,
like,
yeah, snaps. No.
Sis with the little beret. So
I guess, somebody's going to eat that up.
You know what I'm saying? But not you.
I was like, no, thank you. Thank you, but no, thank you.
You know what it is? I'm a total geek. So I feel like I like the thingies. If I'm on the apps, I like when they're like, ooh, like, this is the book I'm recently reading. And if it's a book I like, I'm like, ooh, let's discuss.
Gotcha.
Like,
I like that idea too.
I do, but I think I generate more friends than anything else from these apps. And it's because I'm like, you're so great. And they're like, let's go out. And I'm like, oh, not like that, buddy. I don't like it like that. And they're like, what are we doing here? This one man, like, I remember we were talking for like 2 weeks. And he was like, I would love to see you. And I was like, for what? And he was like, please. He's like, please, stop playing with me. He was like, he was like, I'm not looking for more friends. He's like, I'm telling you right now. He was like,
I don't need a pen pal.
Right. He was like, you're great. You're awesome. He's like, if this is not what I think it is, cut me loose.
Yeah, also, like, you're on a dating app. You need not to make friends on the dating app.
And you know what, though? Here's my thing. Like, I just feel like romantically those things don't generate in me
Gotcha.
on the apps. And so again, I know it's gonna be an in-person.
I feel like our friends have to be better. If you know our parents would be like, oh, I met your parent because somebody set us up. We need to get back to that.
But that means that you have to go out and make more friends. And I think that we're in that season. Like a lot of my
You don't know my husband, Esther?
Do I know your husband?
Maybe we need to work on this. I'll work on finding you a husband too.
And that's
I feel like you would turn him away though if I brought you
I feel like I would trust my friends though, because I feel like your friends, your good friends, know you well enough to be like, oh, you would go wild with like Lola's disposition.
You're gonna probably need a quiet man. He's gonna be a gentle beast. Like he's going to be physically big and loud, but he's going to. You'll carry the conversation, and he'll give you a good-hearted chuckle, and he'll throw in his little, but
I think I want him to talk a little bit. Though.
He's gonna talk, but he's gonna his talking will be in complementing your conversations.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be a razzle-dazzle like I'm the
star. I don't see that working.
It's gonna be like you're Lucille, and then he's the husband. Like you're the star of the show. And that doesn't mean that the person's not important. It's just
no, I know. Like
the dynamic would be.
I see that actually.
Yeah.
Like I've never thought. Ironically, I never thought I would marry someone who is an extrovert. Like I don't like as in my level of extroversion.
I think you'd have to be extroverted enough to like be able
to be my partner for adventure.
Yes.
But not like. I think just two really hot-headed extroverts. We're gonna go off a cliff, literally. Like I know. He would convince me to be like, let's go diving off a cliff. And I would get there and be like,
why?
Why are we doing this?
Like, who told us?
And it's because there's no check and balance here.
Gotcha.
That's why.
Well, let me finish painting your
Okay.
He'll be between 5'10" and 6 feet.
I'll take. What? That's the cap?
I don't think you need that big of a man. But,
Fine.
Okay, 5'10" to 6 feet tall.
Okay.
He'll be a little dark chocolate man. He'll be a little dark chocolate Bobby.
Yay! I already like where this is going.
He'll be West Indian at bare minimum. No Jamaican. I would not do that to you. We give no offense.
This looks so crazy right now. I would not do that to you. I don't want to say I stand with the Jamaicans.
Listen, I had an affinity for the Jamaican men.
You do.
And
Lola loves the Jamaicans.
And I have to stop. I have decided this is my stop. I get off the train here.
Okay.
I could see him working remote, but like in tech stuff.
Okay.
And he's gonna know a lot about what his career is, but you're gonna teach him a lot.
Okay.
And you're gonna be the one who's gonna bring him into adventure. And he's gonna be the type of person who'll say yes because he loves you, but he's never gonna be like, we're gonna jump off a cliff. You'll be like, we're gonna jump off a cliff, and he's like, I'm gonna investigate this.
Right.
And then he's gonna go find like the safest bungee jumping spot.
And then he'll be like, but I also want you to remember you're afraid of heights. So before
And
we
he'll
get on
cook.
this, oh my god.
And he'll cook.
Yes.
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 You know what's so funny?
What?
Like, I know you want. I know you want.
I don't want to make it.
I know. No. I was gonna say, I know you want like the West Indians or the West Africans. I know that you want someone with some color.
Yes. A little caramel poppy will be fine.
I'm gonna pop your bubble.
Don't put me with a white man.
You're not gonna be with a white man.
She's gonna put me with an Asian man.
No. Why are you so scared? What's wrong with these options?
What more? What other colors are there?
I don't consider the Italians white. I don't consider the Italians white. Am I the only? This is a problematic podcast. This is a problematic podcast, y'all.
Did you ever watch the episode with Julia Fox being interviewed by Z-Way?
No.
And Julia Fox was like, Z-Way was like, do you feel like as an Italian person, like you're a person of color, or do you feel, and she was like, no, but however, other white people have said things to me because I'm Italian. And I'm like, are they the black people of white people?
I think they're the black people of white people. Italians will have to tell us. They might be the black people of white people. This is going to be a problematic podcast. I already see this. But you know what? I don't consider them white.
Okay. I mean, they
have a pale complexion, I'll give you that much.
But they're in Europe.
The way they stick their foot in that food, I'm like, somebody in the line, they might have been a light skin, but somebody in the line.
Okay. So you'll pair me with an Italian man.
I say this because the way they really worship their spouses.
Okay.
Like they're family people.
Okay.
I feel like you're so family oriented. Like this person would understand. Like they would understand your dedication to your family. Is what I mean.
Okay.
This man would cook for you. Like you would have a partner in the kitchen. But
I'll wash the dishes.
You know, like you would make Dominican food. You know, in the beginning of the week, the middle of the week. Oh, it's pasta, it's ravioli. It's you know,
not ravioli.
Okay, well the children gotta eat something sometime. They gotta mix it up. He would making that joint fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Those donuts and spaghetti taste real good.
You know? Okay, you see? I'm like, he would be a working man.
Okay.
Like
he'll work with his hands.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm somebody who likes a man that does stuff. Like I need you to pick things up and put them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll do that.
I don't want
I see him working on the plumbing on the weekends, and then you know he goes out in the back with the kids or whatever, and he's teaching them some weird game that you don't really understand, but you support. Like you know what I'm saying? It'll be an Italian game, like jump the picalo. Like I don't know. Okay. But I see that for you. I see him being religious.
Yes.
Not overly so, but like
he loves him some Jesus.
He loves him some Jesus.
He loves a lot of Jesus.
He does. But yeah, I see y'all doing family dinners, like maybe with his in-laws. I see Maritza there. Oh, I see Maritza being spicy.
My mom loves Italian cookies with coffee. She really does. And for tiramisu, she loves her some tiramisu.
You see? I'm like, I don't know. I see it for y'all. But when you paint your life, I feel like culturally, these make sense to me.
I would have never in a million years thought a white man. I know you say that they're not white, but in comparison, why?
Maybe, but I mean, there are people who live in Italy who are Italians who are not necessarily white.
That's true.
So maybe you'll meet a Dominican who was raised in Italy, and
I'm okay on the Dominicans. I'm okay.
Really?
I love my people, but he would have to be a Dominican like me, born and raised here, and kind of not watered down, but like very chill. Because Dominicans are like all the time, and I need someone who's like like you know you have it, but it's also like you relax.
Got it. Okay.
Like we could decorate our home and it screams Dominican, but we don't need to be acting Dominican. Like I don't know how to explain that. That's not problematic. Like we don't need to be Dominican. Like I don't need to be walking around screaming it at the top of my lungs.
No, okay, I can hear what you're saying. I'm telling you, I think you know there might be an Italian stallion in your future.
Do you know an Italian stallion?
No, girl, mama looks a lot for you.
Okay, please do. Listen, y'all, it's called Find Her Husband. It's a new game show.
Come on.
And y'all are all invited. Please send us a picture.
Actually, you know what? How about this? This is a real life challenge. How about if y'all find somebody?
Yes.
Find somebody that y'all want Lola to slide in his DMs.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Or find somebody we can fix Lola up with.
Yes.
And Lola will go. And
I'll
she'll rate the dates. Yeah.
I'll even record the dates.
I would love that for you.
I will take you guys along.
I probably wouldn't. I'm a bad recorder. Like, y'all would be in my pocket, and then I'd be like, oh, sorry. Like, y'all, you don't want to know what y'all would be hearing on that camera. You know.
Yes.
And me like, like.
And then all of a sudden you just hear.
and then I come back like, ain't nothing happened on that day. Girl was whack. Like, I'm the type to come back with that energy for sure. But, no, I would like, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's go on Hinge.
Okay.
Let us set each other up on dates. Can that be the challenge? Would y'all stay at this? I will find you an Italian stallion.
Does it have to be just an Italian? Because like, what if
it doesn't have? Of course, if I find somebody else, but something about you and the Lola the pony and the Italian stallion. Oh my God, he gonna be all up on this pony.
I have a question.
What's the question? What? No, they're the blacks and the whites. They're well proportioned.
Okay. I hope so. You know.
You're gonna enjoy this.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, okay.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for you. I feel like
oh my God.
I'm gonna set you up on dates. Like I'm literally like you're gonna go on dates.
Let's do no more than 2 per person, shall we?
Yes.
That's a lot of going out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm already exhausted. I haven't even met these men. I'm like,
I gotta go.
I'm gonna aim for 1 Italian stallion. I'm gonna aim for something else in the color wheel.
Okay.
I'll just spin it and
Okay.
be like, here we go.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm excited.
If it's a little chocolate drop or caramel poppy, I'll take it.
I know you like your caramel poppy.
I do. I love me some caramel poppy.
But yes, I'm gonna trust you to set me up on a date, and I feel like this is good because I feel like your friends know you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna trust you.
I'm excited. Even if we get it wrong, it'll be a nice experiment.
Right, and I feel like I'm not gonna get it wrong. I feel like there's one of the two. You might just be with
The love of my life.
I don't know about the love of your life, but you might have a good time to go on maybe a few dates with this person.
That's good. That's good. That's
Okay.
good.
I'm about to on the Yelp. Looking for a young, passionate man.
Yelp? I think Craigslist.
That's where murders happen.
But Yelp is where you leave your reviews on restaurants. I mean, maybe.
Wherever I'm sure on the Yelp you also go looking for the personals. Put in like a newspaper. Oh, you know what? Do you like men who read newspapers? Because then I'll put an ad in there.
I don't read the newspaper. I mean.
Okay, so then I won't.
I mean, if you do, that's great.
No, but you know what? I trust you. I trust you wholeheartedly because
I'm
that's what friends do.
Yes.
They trust their lives to each other.
Yes.
Except for in certain cases, because we have a few "Am I the Asshole?"
Yes.
edition.
Yes.
Right.
We have a couple. Well, we have. Let's read this one. Let's see. We kind of have a couple. First of all, I love "Am I the Asshole?"
I do.
On Reddit, it's just like I think some of them are fake. Sometimes they're just
100%.
They're so
You'll be like,
dramatic.
it's not in the realm of reality that this
Like
happened.
y'all just making shit up now. It says, "Am I the asshole for calling out one of my best friends in a Facebook post in hopes to get a response?
Okay.
My best friend Janet, 28, female, and I, also 29, have been friends for 20 plus years.
So since they were 8 and 9.
Yeah. She happily accepted the bridesmaid role, but when it came to her duties, she hit all the strikes. First, she forgot the dress appointment with the other bridesmaids after I had to make it fit in all 7 girls' schedules, so I had to find another appointment for her alone.
Okay.
I found out after the bachelor party trip that my maid of honor Tiffany had a hard time working with Janet, and she was not responsive when asked questions. Tiffany even compromised a lot for Janet to message me that she was dropping out of the trip and didn't plan on telling the other bridesmaid until I asked her to, since I wasn't a part of the planning. She was trying to dip.
Wow.
And I say nothing.
Okay.
They were planning everything, but she was trying to dip.
Okay.
Then I heard that Janet verbally attacked one of my other bridesmaids, Kim, and I had to apologize since Janet didn't.
Okay.
Yes. You're not the asshole, baby. All because
I'm already like, I see a pattern here.
Strike 2. All because Kim wanted to know if Janet was still going on the trip and if she paid her back, since Kim covered for Janet at the time. So Janet owed Kim money for the bachelor trip, and she said, "Oh, you still going?" She didn't say "run me my money," but she meant "run me my money."
Oh, there's so many problems here already.
And then Janet verbally attacked her.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I already see so many problems. But go ahead.
Next came the bridal shower.
Okay.
So that last one was strike 3.
Okay.
In baseball, you're out, babes. The next came the bridal shower. My bridesmaids came early to set up food and decor. I noticed Janet was nowhere to be found until they were already done and guests were arriving. And Janet had informed the girls she'd come early to help. Then finally, 2 days before the wedding, I got a text from Janet. She and her family had COVID and had to pull out the wedding. With all I had going on the days before the wedding, I couldn't reply. I called, but no answer, and it wouldn't let me leave a voicemail. On top of it all, I also had been let go of my job. So I was down a bridesmaid and a ring bearer since it was her son's role.
Okay.
After the wedding, I tried calling her again to no avail. A few months passed, and I get the news that my grandma is sick and she passes away.
Okay.
So I fly out to be with my family and attend her funeral across the coast. By then, it seems impersonal to text Janet since she just recently had her second kid, but I congratulated her on IG and gave her space.
Okay.
Mind you, her grandma just died,
Okay.
but she still congratulated Janet on IG, but she did what she needed. I wrote a letter apologizing and said I did everything to contact her. And I even contacted her to put her bridesmaid and kids gift box sent to her in the mail. This is all why I had to pack and get ready for PC, I guess military leave.
Peace Corps? Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
It says PCS, military leave.
Okay.
My husband even drove an 8-hour round trip to drop them off at Janet's, and no word. After months of the silent treatment, I made the private post, which is when she finally messaged me. Now, she doesn't say what she wrote in the post. She just said she wrote a post on Facebook just to rile up Janet. She finally messages me saying, "How busy were you was just an excuse. I never got calls from you. You literally ghosted me for months. You never even told me happy birthday. Yet I had welcomed her newborn baby, and I never got a congratulations or a sorry for your loss or a birthday greeting from her either." And she also added, "You should have thought about me while packing. I will respond to you when I'm ready. Respect that for me." With all the strikes she hits, I still try to reconcile and put it all behind us since she's my best friend. So am I the asshole for making the post, letting her believe it was for everyone to see, even if that's what it took to get it to respond? She made a private post so she could be the only one who could see it.
But she thought it was everybody else seeing it.
Yeah. And hopes to get Janet to...
This girl is not your friend. You are not the asshole, but you've made an ass of yourself because this girl is not your friend.
Disrespected you multiple times.
Multiple times. Like she, from jump, I don't think she's ever been your friend. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, we're too grown for like me to be planning a trip or whatever. Even if it's my bachelorette trip, if you owe somebody money, like if you're gonna duck out, you need to pay somebody. That's not even funny. Like this is, like, I think we're at the age where we just now start mixing our friends. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like a meme and it's like, I love when I mix my friend groups. It's like the Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like a special crossover episode. But this is also like your worst fear is like your friend from this group doesn't actually vibe with this friend from this group.
It's not
And you know what though? I feel like as you get older and you start to mix and match groups a little bit more, you get to see who's gonna stay for the long haul. Yeah. Because I think fundamentally you choose friends who have the same characteristics and like hopefully they're good ones. And so when one rotten egg sticks out, it goes like, oh, like you have to go. Like in my mind,
you gotta
like
cut the cancer out.
Yeah, I'm like you either gotta cut it out or just maybe you're just not good in group settings, but you're likely gonna get cut out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just the whole thing seems foul to me. Like, why are you yelling at my other friends? Like, this is supposed to be my wedding. Like, you're supposed to be my girl. Like, what is going on here?
This is ridiculous. And for months after the wedding,
I don't hear from you.
And I call you, and I write you a letter.
My husband drives 8 hours to give you a gift, and I don't even get a thanks, sis. Like, how you been?
Yeah.
And this is what, like, I can't. And, like, there's no way we've been friends for 20 years, and you know that this is not going to grind my gears.
Oh, you did it on purpose.
100%.
And you're gaslighting me by saying you didn't get any of these messages.
Right. And I'm like, you didn't see any of my missed calls. You didn't see any of them.
And then you're trying to tell me, oh, I should have thought of you while I was moving.
So I'm like, I'm moving. My grandma just died. I just got married. I have unemployment, but I should have been thinking of you.
Yeah. Janet, you need help.
You know what, Janet?
People are so disrespectful.
Like, but that's your friend?
That's not your friend.
Why are you still reaching out to this girl? Why did you send your husband on that trip?
Because I know 20 years is like a long time, but like, what about those 20 years were so good that you're like, I'm gonna keep, like, trying with you?
You know what it is? Earnestly, I feel like, and like I've fallen victim to this too. Like the duration of your relationship with someone does not mean that it's a good relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we do that platonically and romantically. Like, we'll be like, we've been together for 6 years and I don't want to have to start over. This person knows me. This person does not love you. This person does not respect you. They're not looking out for your best interest. Why am I here?
Exactly.
Why are we doing this? And I feel like recently it's funny because I think one of the conversations we had not too long ago was like, as you grow older, like you have friendship breakups, which are really like, those are daunting breakups.
Yes.
But also, like, I think a lot of your mid-20s friendship breakups are the friendships you recognize have been here a long time but serve you no longer.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, Janet, you got to go.
It's been a time, a long time. Won't say it was a good long time, but it was a time. You don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
No, seriously. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
You're not. First of all, part of me's like, she ain't got no COVID.
All this stuff that was lining up and now you have COVID, she's better than me because I would have drove up.
So it's like
2 days before, I got 40 hours to make it to my wedding. I'm finna drive up and see about this COVID.
I'm gonna give you
and if I see you outside, first of all, I'm gonna beat up your son. Because he's my ring bearer. I'm going to beat that little man up. I'm so serious. I'm going to beat him up. I know where it hurts you the most. I'm going to come dressed like an assailant. Just beat the body of your son. Then I'm going to leave a note on him like, pick up my pulse. I ain't going to call you again.
Next time, there won't be a next time.
Seriously, don't play with me. Don't. But you know what it is? I think because those milestones force, like, you're the focus of attention. Mm-hmm. And so the friends who can't see you be the focus of attention can't stand for stuffing you.
It's so funny because we were talking about, like, weddings or something. And Margaret was like, you need one friend to come and, like, check all the other bitches. And I'm like, why would that happen? I was like, we're all friends.
This is why.
And Margaret's like, there's always somebody.
There's always somebody. And there's always somebody. There's always one. And it'll be like, this person just will not give the bride her piece. Like, it is already... planning a wedding is, like, the best time of your life, but it is also the most stressful time of your life.
I feel like I'll be a quick wedding. I think I told you guys, I don't think I'll be engaged for long if I could be engaged. If I should find the love of my life.
You will.
I will, hopefully.
You'll meet him in the next few weeks. Tell you the Italian stallion.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But I don't think I would be married. I would not be engaged for long just to avoid all this stuff. Like, I'm going to find something cute. You know, don't do something cute, but, like, don't stress me out with a wedding. Please don't do that.
I know you can have a nice wedding, but here's my thing. Like, do you have friends who stress you? I feel like it's, like, well, like you said, I don't think it would be your friends that stress you.
I wouldn't be my friends, but I also do think I'm somebody when I'm stressed, just naturally, I'm not a very nice lady.
Oh, I could see that for you.
So I'm like, it could be like...
I'm not even gonna lie to you, I could see myself holding my tongue while you're having your bridezilla moment. Like, you would be like, ra-da-da-da-da, and I'll be like,
well, you know.
And I would just be like, it's her way, and I'm gonna let her get away with it.
Yeah.
Then while we on the boat in Miami or whatever, Lula's gonna be like, ah ha ha, and me walk by like, push. Push.
Never found again.
No, I'll be like, oh my god, she fell.
Yeah, but like, even if like there's not, I could just see myself being like, I don't like any of you. Get out.
I could see you being like, I want like this russet dream, da 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 da, and then we put it together, and you're like,
this is ugly.
This is crap.
Who did this?
She'd be like, step forward right now.
Point.
And everybody's just quiet, like.
So y'all thought this was a good idea, huh?
Well, who planned this? Be like, I thought you would like it.
You thought wrong.
I think that those are the moments where I feel like you find out who's with you and who's not for a long time. Because I'm like, those are your worst, like, bridezilla is a real thing. I think it's a contagious disease.
I don't think I would be a mean. I think the day of, I would be stressed. I feel like the day of.
Oh, I could for sure see you literally rolling your eyes and cussing me out. Like, I could see your makeup artist coming late, and I'd be like, Lola, like, you look fine. And you'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, what do you know? You and your $5 concealer. Shut up. And I'd be like,
I would never say so. I wouldn't say $5 concealer. I would never
you
say
would be
that.
like, take your Wet and Wild and go elsewhere. And I'd be like, that's fair.
Like, I appreciate you trying what you're trying right now.
That is exactly how you would say.
But like, stop.
Can you stop?
Just
look. Can you stop?
Just well, when my makeup artist shows up, I'm about to cuss her the fuck out. Also, like, don't show up late at somebody's wedding. That's awful.
Oh, they're about that life.
Oh, do you follow EC and Josh on YouTube? And
no, but isn't she the one that had her makeup artist come mad late and that girl tried to charge her?
Yes, the one I said about her wig. So she showed up. She had a flight at 6 a.m. So she was supposed to get to Chicago around like 8 or 9. Get to doing her hair on the 11. That girl did not show up till 1 o'clock in the afternoon because she changed her flight for whatever reason. And the girl, because she showed up so late, her wedding started 2.5 hours late. I would wring somebody's neck. Like, I don't know why you decided to come today.
You should have stayed where you were at.
Because now you've come to die.
You know what?
Like, you have come to die.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a terrible thing to confess. I get into mean girl mentality about my friends. Oh. Like, in a defensive way. Like, so, like, she would come at the door, and I'd be like, I don't know why you showed up. But I'm like, but go ahead. And I would open the door like, she's here. 6 hours late. I guess we'll just all take an extra day of PTO.
Yeah, you know.
Can you get started, Karen? Like,
do you want me to be your assistant to help hurry you along?
I'm like, the rest of us will do our own makeup since clearly our money means nothing to you.
Listen, I feel like you just don't show up at that point.
Don't show up.
I'm gonna ask you to run me my money though. But don't show up there.
I would lock her in a closet. I would be like, you know what? I'm so petty. Like, I'm petty like that. Like,
okay.
when she's done doing your makeup, I'd be like, can you go get something in the closet for me?
Real quick.
And I would stick a chair behind it, and we would go to the ceremony, and I'd probably forget that she was there. And then at night, I would come release her, like, what happened? Did you get stuck? Is that what caused you to be late the last time, too? Don't make the mistake again. Get out of here.
Learn your lesson. Yeah.
I'm like, look at him beat the bricks off you right now.
Yeah, I feel like if people were having bridezilla moments around me, I would get yelled at because I'm like, it's okay. It's so fun.
I would, you know what I do? Like,
I'm like, you look beautiful. You look great.
Lola! It's enough. Thank you. It's enough.
And I'm like, I know it's enough, but just want to remind you, you're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're going to marry the love of your life.
Me and there, I'm like, you don't even need to worry about this because this is your day. Like, this is God's will for the day. Yeah. You're going to be beautiful. Oh, Lola's like, let me pick up that Bible for me. Just back slap somebody.
But I feel like someone would be like, hey Lola, don't you know how to do your own makeup? And I'm gonna be
you
like,
would. And I would be like, you've been preparing for this moment your whole life. That's what you didn't even know.
And then I'm like, what? Why would I be forced to do that? And then I would do my makeup and it would be wonderful.
And it would be wonderful. And then you'd be like, actually, I saved so much money and this was great.
Yeah. But I think that's what's gonna happen when I get a elope. I'm probably gonna do my own makeup. I don't think I'll do my own hair, and I don't want my mom to do my hair. I just feel like that's so much stress for her. I don't want
She would. Your mom would be sweating, trembling back there doing your hair.
I'm gonna.
And you'd be like, Mom, it's fine. And I could see Maritza missing one curl and breaking down into tears.
She'd be losing it.
And she's like, you're getting divorced. I know. I just know this curl is the reason.
This is the omen, yeah.
No, I trust my friends. I feel like I have really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me thinking of a friend that I know could be a problem. You guys, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you always know. I feel like you know the friend that might be a problem.
I really don't have a friend that would be a problem.
I have one friend in particular that I think, it's not that she's a bad person. I think
stressful situations make her more.
Yeah, she's very callous with her words.
Ooh.
And I think she's easily misunderstood. Mm-hmm. And like, she's not even a selfish person. This is like legit. But I think when people just get to know her, they're like, mm-hmm. I'm not interested in this.
Gotcha.
And I could see how if we're like all meeting for just like a one weekender, it could go wrong.
Well, I mean, maybe you should merge your friends. Like, you should try to introduce them
earlier on. Oh, absolutely.
At the wedding time, because then it's like, oh, you guys have to get along.
And Lil's gonna be like, that girl's up.
Like, you know, like, I know that she's your friend or whatnot, but like, why? Like,
curious. How did you two get together, you crazy kids?
Like, what about her just says, let me spend time with her.
Like,
so
you know?
friendly, yes.
No, but I think it'll be good. And this is exactly why you start mingling your friend groups, letting your friends put you on dates, and being more accountable.
Yes.
Being more accountable.
Just be adventurous, but accountable, you know? Tread lightly, but also frolic a little bit. Yeah. It's like a nice little balanced dance.
Balance.
Stick your toe out. Hook it back in. What is it? I stick your leg out, I hook it back in, you do the hokey pokey.
And you turn it all around. We shouldn't do that.
No?
But, no.
Okay. All
right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.